there, and welcome back to Brittany Rose Wellness. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about stress management for women and why it's so important now to focus on how you manage your stress, what it does to us, and the interesting statistic I've learned. So, in my recent studies, I have learned that 3 out of 4 women experience stress. That means 75% of the women in our world are experiencing stress. And I don't know about you, but that's a big number. I mean, think of all the women that you know, and 3 out of 4 of them are stressed. And that one of those 3 could be you. So if you are one of those stressed women, you want to keep watching because I want to highlight how important it is to be aware of the stress you have and how to manage it. So, stress is our body's way of letting us know that we have too much on our plate. Energetically, mentally, physically, we are just spreading ourselves way too thin. And when I saw that study of the 75% of women are stressed, I wasn't surprised because now in modern times, women have picked up so many more roles than we had in the past. Before, it was just take care of the kids and stay home all day. Not that that's not stressful, but now we're coming into a time where a lot of women are opening businesses. They are bosses of businesses. They work and they're moms, and they even have their own side businesses. There's more women, in the community doing things, volunteering. So what that means to me is that we have to find a way to reduce our stress and management, because in that same study it showed that women have no intention of slowing down. I mean, we come so far, so why slow down, but let's manage our stress while we do it. And so that's why I wanted to know what stress does. And it stresses our body, like I said, our body's reaction in letting us know we're going through something that's triggered our nervous system. And so some stress can be good. It helps you make decisions, and it gets you through those nervous moments like speaking and things like that, because the adrenaline helps you get through it, and then normally it goes away. But if you're living in constant stress, that is not good, because it then begins to start to tax on your adrenals, which are glands located in your kidney region. And so when you're too stressed, though, it can't regulate that adrenaline and have the normal stress cycle. You end up living in a constant state of stress, which, like I said, taxes the adrenals, which then can make you feel exhausted, irritable, moody. And one of the things many people don't realize is stress can make you gain weight. And that happens by when there's too much stress, our bodies then start to produce cortisol. And cortisol is a hormone that adds extra weight to the midsection. So you definitely want to be mindful if you feel like you've been in the gym and that you, are doing the things, you're working your body out hard and still, going through life, but not really feeling less stress or losing the weight. It could be time to look at what you have on your plate, and even maybe consider finding a new workout that's actually more slowed down to help you manage the stress, which is why I love yoga, and I'm going to get into that later. But yeah, so you want to be mindful of how much stress you're having, because like I said, some stress, it's good, it gets you through those moments. However, that continuous stress can lead to the dreaded burnout. And burnout can look different for everyone. But really what burnout is your body's way of saying it's done. It has had too much, and you've ignored the warning signs it's given you, which can be symptoms of even depression, like I said, the exhaustion, just the lack of energy to care about responsibilities or things you used to once love. Those are all signs, and migraines can be them too. So burnout can look like, contracting a really serious illness. Like it can look like not wanting to get out of bed anymore, or sometimes you physically just feel like you can't get out of bed. Yes, you can move your limbs and your body parts, but you cannot get out of bed anymore. You feel like you just don't have it to give. And after experiencing burnout myself, I've experienced it a few times, and I didn't realize it was burnout. But now that I look back at it, I totally know that I was burnt out. I mean, I had consistent asthmatic episodes, and I want to note too that I was a fitness instructor, so I was working out hard all the time, taught my classes, but I was still working full-time mom, taking care of the house, doing, outside commitments, and my candles were just burnt. They met each other in the middle and they said, we're done. So then I kept finding myself going to the hospital for my terrible asthmatic episodes. And on the last one, I was in the hospital and I contracted the flu, and I knew that deep down inside it was because I wasn't taking care of myself. And even then, I didn't know that yoga was what would help me with that, but I did know that something had to change, and I knew that I was just doing way too much. And so that's one of the things about burnout too, is although it can be very stressful and hard in the moment, burnouts can teach you a lot of lessons about boundaries and how to respect and listen to your body, because without those boundaries, the burnout happens. If you don't put your health and how you feel first, you will definitely, your body will let you know how to do that. So let's, work with our body so that we don't have to come to such an extreme to get the rest we need, because that's really what it is. You shouldn't have to become bedridden from your stress, right? So, one of my favorite ways to manage my stress is yoga, and here's why. And so I like to think of our brains as muscles, and our brains are constantly going, especially if you have a lot of responsibilities, if you're a busy woman, a busy mama, we're go, especially now the time is, in our society is go, go, go. And when our brains don't get a break, they can react just like any other muscle would with the repetitive use. So, if you overuse your arms, you might get a bicep tear. If you overdo the legs, you could get, a tear in the leg somewhere. You could sprain your ankle. Things sprain when they're overused or not used in the correct way. And our brains are the same way. And this is why I love yoga, because not only am I getting the physical benefits, the physical, emotional, mental benefits, but it's that mental break that yoga gives you by connecting the mind and the body. And so if you're a multitasker or you're looking for ways to get more out of your time, yoga is one of my favorite ways, because like I said, you're taking care of your body physically, you're getting the strength and the toning, and you're also giving your mind a break. Just the simple breathing in yoga and connecting the movements with the breath gives your brain a break from all the stress. And if anything, I think that's way more worth it than the physical aspect, which is great. I love, my muscles have never been more toned and all that good stuff. But the mental peace and clarity that I get from yoga is just amazing. And I love sharing that with you. So that's why I became a yoga teacher. So for my women and mamas who are, fighting the fight or hustling to grind out, all of that stuff is good, because I'm right there with you. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a full-time worker too, and a full-time mama. So keep doing the things, but manage your stress while you do it. Pay attention to how you feel, and just look inside of you and ask what you need. And sometimes, 5 to 10 minutes of yoga is just the break you need. It doesn't have to be hours on the mat. And as you know, if you're here on my channel, I have tons of beginner videos for you to try. And so I just would encourage you, this video is about being mindful of the stress you carry, being mindful of the boundaries you've made for yourself, and consider adding in a yoga practice to help you de-stress. And I also have something I made for you. It is called my de-stress toolkit, because reading that study that I saw that 75% of women are experiencing stress, it inspired me to create a toolkit people can use as like a little superpower for when they're having a stressful time. So there are 5 tools in there you can apply in your busy life. They're all simple, and yoga is one of them. So there's 4 more, but the yoga will go in a little bit more depth as to why. But I made that for you, and it's in the link in the description. And I would love for you to download that and just let me know, what's your favorite tool, or what tool have you used so far. And I just hope that it helps you relieve some stress so that we can bring that number of stressed women down, because I feel like when we take care of our women, we take care of our world. So if you can take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day to manage your stress, you'll feel so much better at work, behind the desk, dealing with the kids. And you do deserve that peace in your life. You deserve to relax more. You deserve to feel good in your body. So I hope that you enjoy the gift I made for you. It's in the link in the description, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.